Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Kessie. I'm a practical mystic, and today we're going to explore how the magnificence of the Biltmore Estate in North Carolina can help you find and see and experience and celebrate your own wild nature, the magnificence within. Thank you for following me for the next 20 minutes in this beautiful nature connection experience on the grounds of the Biltmore Estate near Asheville, North Carolina. And before we begin, let's take in a big, deep belly breath. Breathe in all the good things in your life all the way down to your belly, and then exhale the things that maybe you don't need right now, maybe you don't need in your life at all. Let's practice that. Ready? And imagine that you're here with me on these grounds, this beautiful estate. Now, people come from all over the world to experience the Biltmore Estate. It's situated beautifully in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, and it is just soul-inspiring here. I went on a tour of the Biltmore Estate a few days ago, and it was fabulous. It was fascinating to see all of the different rooms and to learn about the architecture and to see gargoyles up close and personal. And really what stuck with me was the fact that the house is iconic. It's the largest house in the United States, and at the same time, the scale to which it lives within all of the range of this forest and nature is really impressive. It reminds me that although there are things in daily life that might be represented by the home, which might be ambition, might be drive, might be the pressures of daily life, when you look at it in the scheme of the natural world, it's still relatively small compared to your own wild nature. And today I invite you to join me for an exploration of your own magnificence, our own magnificence, represented by the forest and the trees and the lawn, understanding that daily life is like the mansion. Daily life is like the big, beautiful home. And how do these things relate to your own life? I invite you to open up curiosity to find out and see if you can feel your connection to this land as if you're with me here in Asheville, North Carolina. First, it's helpful to get alignment when you're going into a deeper nature connection and aligning yourself, aligning your creative ideas, your mind, your thoughts with your heart, your emotions, your feelings, aligning with your gut instincts, your spirit. And ideally, you're using equal parts of these things. They're coming together to combine for the power that you have within you that's magnificent. So I invite you to join me for this exercise of alignment. And how are you aligned? How are you aligned within your inner self? And using the trees, using the elements of nature in this scene, see if you can find a center within yourself. How does your magnificence pop out for the world to see, just like these blossoms? How are you magical? How are you creative? How are you soulful? How are you intuitive? I invite you to take this next exercise to examine the ways that you pop, the ways that you show your color, the ways that you are expressive, and see if you can align with the ways that the trees and the blossoms are expressive, the ways that they pop, the ways that they provide surprise and delight, because that's likely part of you as well, part of your own wild nature. Remember, take a big deep breath in, a big exhale, and feel your connection to this beautiful land here in Asheville, North Carolina. Another part of your magnificence is all the textures that you have within you, all the experiences in your life, all the ways that you have loved, all the ways that you've had joy and sorrow, and the ebbs and flows of daily life create the textures that you see on the bark of this tree here, for example. I invite you to go a little bit deeper and opening up to your magnificence as it applies to all the textures, all the experiences in your life to create the beautiful person that you are today. And how, by aligning with that, by taking a deeper look at the interesting patterns on this bark, you can open up to your magnificence and see yourself just a little bit more clearly. Remember, take in a big deep breath, a big exhale, and keep open your curiosity for aligning to this beautiful garden at the Biltmore Estate. Now, in the formal garden, I'm reminded that there are lines and there's structure and there's planning and there's symmetry. And this reminds me of what daily life might be. Maybe daily life is like that for you. Maybe there's rules, or there's lines, or there's a sense of maybe rigidity in routines or patterns. So I invite you to work with this exercise of combining the lines and the structure of the formal garden with the nature that's all around, which would be your own wild nature. How can these things coexist within you, within your own wild nature? Because daily life is something that we all have to be part of in certain ways, and we still have our wild nature. So take a big deep breath in, big exhale, and open up your curiosity to the ways that your formal garden can exist within your old wild nature. How do you see the big picture of your magnificence? When you're aligning your creativity, your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your gut instincts. For this last exercise, I invite you to connect to the beauty and the expansiveness of this forest and open up to the broad landscape, the big picture of your life, the big picture of your own wild nature. And open up to curiosity. What does that look like? What does that look like being here with me? What does that look like in the nature that's around you? What does that look like in your own wild nature? Take a big deep breath in, big exhale, and explore the big picture of your magnificence. I'd really appreciate it if you'd like this video, if you would comment and we share with those that you love, because it goes a long way to open up my YouTube channel to more people so that they can experience the deeper nature connection, connecting their own wild nature to the natural world. I just want to leave you with a reminder that just 20 minutes a day doing something connective like what we've done here at the Biltmore Estate is enough in aggregate to make lasting changes in your life. Whether you're looking for healing, general wellness, or empowerment to make big decisions or awakening, 20 minutes a day in nature is enough to build a foundation for all of those things. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you down the road.